Let us start. Warm welcome to Abode Masters, Brother Joe Huang, Hualien Dharma team, and brothers and sisters around the globe to Saturday Hualien Dharma Talk. A very good morning. Let us start the session for today. It is heartwarming to see, hold on. This is excerpted from Master Ching Yan's speech at the Overseas Volunteer Certification, Taking Refuge and Year-End Blessing Ceremonies on 11 December 2024. It is heartwarming to see volunteers from dozens of countries returning to Taiwan for a great cause to understand the spirit of Tzu Chi and receive certification. Tzu Chi knows no borders. The world is one family. Everyone, regardless of religion, follows the path of love. Every religion shares common principles, such as compassion, benevolence, and great love. Expressing our love and kindness is a true value of humanity. Only by cherishing this world can we create a happy and harmonious future. Excerpted by Sister Ho Sin Chin, Tzu Chi, Singapore. Okay, let us pray. Hold on, sorry. Now let us send our sincere prayers into 10 directions. May the Saha land be free from disasters and peace prevails in the world. Let us sing the prayer song with sincere piousness.
In my heart, I feel deep gratefulness. All my heart is filled with sincere prayer. From all corners of the world, let us join our hearts and pray for a world of harmony and peace. In my heart, I feel deep gratefulness. May all the Buddhas hear my prayer. All united with one heart, let us end our hate with love. May there be no suffering hereafter.
May all minds be purified. May there be peace in the community. May there be no disasters in this world. Together we pray for universal love and blessing. With loving respect, gratitude, and confidence, let us wish every person in our lives a healthy body, an enlightened mind, and a total fulfillment in universal love. Now let us expand this consciousness to include every person in the world, every being in the universe. Let our unified love make this wonderful world even better. Let us all immerse ourselves in the joyful embrace of universal love. Before we hear the wonderful sharing of the wondrous Lotus Sutra, let us invite abode masters to lead us in paying homage to the Triple Gem. Let us pay our respects for these teachings and explanations to the Buddha and Master Cheng Yen by making 3 sincere bows. Please rise. Palms together. First bow. Second bow. And third bow. And a bow to our beloved abode masters who could join us today. Okay, today we have 3 speakers, Brother Chin, Brother David Liu with his Q&A, and we're going to be joined by Master Huang. Before that, I will be sharing with you the summary from 2 weeks ago. Okay, so we had 3 speakers then. Sorry, 4. Brother Matthew. Brother Matthew said, in Sentosa, Klang's heart, where shadows cast their lingering gloom, a free clinic blossom bringing light to every dark room. Brother Matthew began with an observer's calm and steady gaze. Yet soon he traveled far and wide, giving his time in countless ways. To Klang he drove, often a journey of love and care, serving the people, their burdens and struggles he would share. In Batam's embrace, 1,000 patients found healing relief, a coconut sweetness, a symbol of gratitude and belief. In Sri Lanka's warmth and Myanmar's trials, he stood his stand, witnessing lives transformed by wisdom cultivated firsthand. A boy with a burn found help through kindness he could see. Years later, the joy of knowing the boy grew up happily. From Cambodia's song to Sabah's laughter and lively delight, he danced and healed, bring solace in each heartfelt night. Through nations afar, his service stretched with endless might. Deep and width defined his life, glowing with radiant light. For life's true value lies not in its measured length, but in depth and width, its purpose and strength. To shine till the end in service deeply entwined, a meaningful life with love and compassion aligned. And Sister Huang spoke about a journey of joy and gratitude. 3 days of care brought hope to Cambodia's land, a journey of love guided by Tzu Chi's hand. From Kuala Lumpur, a flight and a long drive to Batabang at last, where care came alive. Bayville Hospital transformed with stations for every need, from surgery to dental, each act a heartfelt deed. A meeting room became an operating theatre so grand, calm amidst challenges with compassion at hand. Behind the scenes, countless tasks brought it all together, from power to water through every kind of weather. The culinary team nourished, the pharmacists prepared, translators bridged worlds as everyone cared. 3,500 patients found relief over 3 fleeting days. Volunteers like fireflies lit up the night's dark haze. Each bolt in a machine fulfilling their quiet role, serving selfless, healing bodies and uplifting souls. Ao Kun Cambodia, says Sister Huang, for letting us humbly share, transforming emptiness into existence through loving care. And Brother Tek Wee spoke about Dharma lessons in Cambodia. Brother Tek Wee's path, a quest for truth and light. In Cambodia, smiles hid the villagers' plight. Survivors of war, resilient in their sorrow, taught lessons of hope for a brighter tomorrow. Health and wealth often dominate life's frame, yet compassion and care are life's true aim. Doctors are like helicopters, touch and go they seem, but Tzu Chi's care fulfills a deeper dream. The Buddha's wisdom, a psychiatrist's guide, with Dharma as medicine, the Sangha's nursing by one side. Mental afflictions, fear, grief, and despair can transform through kindness and the practice of to be self-aware. The Noble Eightfold Path leads to peace profound. With the right view, life's balance is found. As bees bring sweetness in their fleeting 25 days, so must we choose wisdom and compassionate ways. The time is now, the task at hand most dear. Through right speech and action, our path grows clear. In life's circle of control, the answers reside. In kindness and humility, let wisdom be a guide. Sorry, bit dry our throat. And then the last is Brother Saw Egg from Malaysia spoke about knowing what to give. In 2024, Sri Lanka sparked Brother Saw Egg's way. To then Aceh's shore he joined without delay. In 2005, Batam Island called for care and relief. A tourist in Cambodia who witnessed deeper grief. Patients waited too long, no specialists in sight. Doctors came from afar, staying day and night. Workshops in sharing from 2019 to now. Trainers and students learning the why and the how. Safe Haven's mission to serve all who are near. No patient forgotten, their outreach is clear. Rivers Hotel halls in 2024 held their stand, where translators grew with lessons so grand. To serve effectively, we must learn what is sought, short-term relief and long-term lessons taught. Retirement brought purpose, a newfound life's aim. Through Tzi's path, Dr. Saw continues to serve, igniting hope's flame. Okay, that's it. Thank you for listening. I shall hand over to Sister Stephanie to introduce our next speakers. Over to you.
感恩 so much, Sister Su Ching, for the wonderful summary, always helping us to recap the key points from last week's session. A very good morning to all the brothers and sisters across the globe. Yeah, today we are very grateful to have three very distinguished and, of course, most respected speakers, who continuously guide us on our journey of wisdom learning. Okay, so it is a great honor for me to introduce our first sharer. He is not only a regular host on this platform, but also someone who fills up many, many different roles in Tzu Chi, whenever and wherever he is needed in the most valuable way. Brothers and sisters, please help us welcome Brother Y.K. Chin in his sharing A Seeker's Journey. Brother Chin, over to you.
And then Sister Stephanie, and good morning, brothers and sisters. So we have been asked to share on what I learned on the Lotus Sutra in my journey. So here we go. It's a seeker's journey. So I will just briefly share with you all within the next 27 minutes on my spiritual journey, essentially. So I will just cover only 3 points. First of all, the journey. The second point is the Bodhisattva path. I won't be talking about details of Bodhisattva path, of course, but I will talk about what it means to me. And I end up on what am I seeking and what am I studying as a result of this. So a quick one to begin with on the first point on the journey. Now, in the journey at the beginning, I actually started to be intrigued with Buddhism when I was 17 years old. Why 17? That's the year that I left my family to go to UK to study. And I'm obviously the first time I'm going to leave the family and living alone. And so I find that I need to know something about the Dharma. And that begins my journey. And so obviously that begins in this particular life that I have. And as you can imagine, at a young age of 17, going to study and enter university. you are so busy with what you're pursuing in your worldly life, so to speak, and each level will lead to another. So I guide myself with my five fingers. Obviously, my first one, I remind myself that this in the pursuit of the well-being, which is a summary in the worldly life is pursuing wealth and make sure that I have adequate. And then I make sure that I would take care of my career and and then build a family. Obviously, as a result of this worldly life that I live in, there are a lot of wisdom they can learn. But those are all worldly wisdom, nothing spirituality. And then move towards spirituality. And that's generally what I've said when I was 17 years old. So did it come from the past? Perhaps. I don't know, but I cannot remember anything about my past. But the point is, in this particular path that I'm walking in, as you walk, there are many fork roads that we meet in our life. And that choice that you make, whether you turn left, turn right, are all part of the wisdom learning. But if I choose whether left or I choose right, and what I get, what I mean, that what I sort of deviate from the cultivation. Now I know very little of the Dharma in my early years. I know that whatever path that I wrote that I choose is part of experiential learning. What I have to be very clear in my mind is the path of the Dharma. Now, I don't know very much about the Bodhisattva path in my early years, but certainly that is my guide and the principles that I would like to do. Obviously, to do good, stop doing evil, and I need to purify my mind. And those are the three basic principles that I know. But who do I look up to? Obviously, because I come from a family of Kuan Yin worshippers. And so in the early years, has always been Kuan Yin. Obviously, Kuan Yin's guru, as you all know, is Amitabha Buddha. So the only prayer that I know at that time is Amitabha. And I used to recite that since I was 17 years old every night, and I would dedicate that to, obviously, to my parents for giving me this life. And whoever needs the prayers. And so I, because as someone that I really want to understand the Dharma, I need to really contemplate what it means. Not that I know how to contemplate in the early years, and over a period of time, especially after coming back. So I came back to Malaysia at age of 24. I mean, UK is not a country where you can learn a lot of Dharma, but certainly it's a place that I learn a lot to get my qualification and all the experiential learning that I have. It's only when I came back, and actually soon after I came back to Malaysia, age of 24. So it's only later part of that particular year, or the year after actually, that I had a unusual encounter with someone. I was just attending a seminar, and he started talking to me. And as you can imagine, you want to expand your business circle, you can know one another. And so he was the one to sort of intrigue me that to look at the spiritual path. Now, at that time, when you're sort of young, and imagine that I was mentioning, right? Now that I finished, I completed my study. My next goal is to build my career, and really, spirituality would take a secondary goal. Now, so he actually mentioned to me that, you know what, they are actually practicing Kung Fu. Can you believe it? So I said, yeah, yes, of course, I'm interested. Can you imagine you're meeting a client, you're in your 20s, and you want to get to know this CFO or listed company. I said, yeah, okay, sure. I'm interested in Kung Fu. That's how I started my journey. And my journey was actually led by making up with this group who were learning Kung Fu. And so I did. So I would go there every week in the evening together. And little than I know at that time, they set the condition for me to meet up actually with these Kuan Yin practitioners. And now, in the process of all this period, obviously, when I try to learn as much as I can, but I hardly have any time to dedicate really in my search for the Dharma because I was so busy with my work, building my career, and socializing, and soon then I met my wife. We got married, and at time I made it an undertaking on my part that I would not get married until I have established my career, and that was my guiding principle, my five fingers. So, and I was working in an international accounting firm, which was KPMG or Pete Marwick in the early years. So I was in that journey from the UK days, came back and it was KPMG, and I said I won't get married until become a partner. So I became a partner at age of 30, and after that I got married. And so that's how my family, and obviously when you're a junior partner, you're still very busy with the work. So this seeking had always been at the back of my mind. So whenever little time that I have, whatever encounters that I have, I always get very taken by quotes, by aphorisms, whenever I have a chance to come across. And really, some of these words, they're short, they're simple, and the meanings are profound. So when I said I really need to understand deeply in this, I need to, how do I contemplate? So, and that begins my journey on contemplation. And what is the direction? Obviously, we walk into the direction. It's set in the exploration of wow. And wow, can I find someone that can emulate the qualities of Huang Yin? And obviously, I know interestingly that for more, my first encounter with Su Ching was in 2017. So it took a long time before I came back to Malaysia in 1983. It wasn't until 2017 that affinity started to grow. It's not that it's 2017, I only know about Su Ching, but 10 years before that, I knew about Su Ching, and they tried to get me in. It's just that it was all in Mandarin. I don't know a word of Mandarin. It's extremely difficult for me to understand what's going on. But as I learned more about, obviously after 2017, I had a chance to actually meet up with a master, and she's selling an embodiment of Huang Yin. So in this particular life, I live as a householder, and living a worldly life. I got to be really mindful because I live in a worldly life of whatever indulgence, and sometimes success in your career will attract you. You're mesmerized by a lot of rewards, titles, and positions, and whatever. And so I've been very mindful not to indulge and immerse too much into this. So it is. We all know about in our life that we have all karmic seeds dropping onto us when causes and conditions are right. But can I have this karmic journey that I have that I've got no control? But what I have control is I can have a dharmic journey by learning, by growing, and by evolving. And that's what my journey is about. And so I got to find that balance in my life between learning, growing, and evolving. As you can see the picture on the left hand, there's a tree like the stones, and on my right, it's my early life. And I need to find that balance to make sure that I have my right perspective as a householder in practice or a lay practitioner. So in life, it's very much a purification practice. I have my own karmic blueprint that I have to travel in the particular life. I have my own life becomings. So I have my karmic becomings. What are these karmic becomings? And what can I do? What can I practice from karmic becomings to evolve it in a dharmic practice? So my karma, which is the three types, obviously, they are karmic lessons very specific to me for me to learn. You don't know what they are until you really, really contemplate and reflect what is happening to you. Why do I meet this certain person? Why this person say this thing to me? Why am I encountering this condition? All these are lessons that I have to delve deeply to really understand so I can get into a dharmic practice. Apart from karmic lessons, I have my karmic debts to repay, whatever they may be, and karmic responsibilities that I need to fulfill. And all these things will unfold in the course of my life. Doesn't mean that you repay a certain debt, no other debts that will come to you. There are responsibilities that I have to undertake. But sometimes, and I must also explain this, that when we walk the Bodhisattva path, we need to take on our some karmic responsibility, and I use the term dharmic responsibility to guide others. So in this karmic lessons is for me to learn, surely. The karmic debts are for me to grow. And my karmic responsibilities really is for me to evolve. And why is it that I evolve in the responsibility part of it? Because you're walking on Bodhisattva path. So if I were to take on karmic responsibility and look at it from a dharmic responsibility point of view, then I would actually help to guide others in the process. So I need to learn, but learning, you see, learning, being very mindful that I need to learn beyond my mind. I learn to learn with my heart and take the Dharma to heart as a term that Master used. So if that's the case, so what I listen to the Dharma, what do I really listen to? And I have to listen to my heart. And I need to listen to the questions in my heart, to delve deeply and to seek. And I need to grow the spirituality in my mind. And the spirituality in the mind is very much a level of consciousness that I need to be very mindful of. That I can't just learning and reciting at a mind consciousness level. And here I am evolving and extending that journey when growing affinities as many people as possible arising from that. So in this house of the life in practice, let me quickly summarize this particular point. The Buddha Dharma is inseparable from the workings of the world, and that's what Master taught us. That's how they're going to seek from that. So worldly matters flow the way of the worldly convention and becomings arise in human life, in which ordinary beings tend to react, but seekers try to understand, and cultivators learn to accept. But the contemplative practices harmoniously with the subtleties, and that's the profound practice. So the Buddha Dharma points out the true principles clearly for the practitioners. So we flow in the course of our life becomings to learn the lesson that actually been specially crafted for us to grow. And I have own karmic blueprints, so do you, and very specific. So the lessons are very unique and specific. So ignoring the lessons is at one's peril, to fall into oblivion of ignorance, only to reemerge after a long period of darkness, like a turtle emerging on the surface of the sea, trying to stick the neck through the floating ring in the great ocean. And Master gave this example that if I'm a cultivator and hold dear to my heart or what my aspiration of wow is, if the root is deep, the head is always with the dark ring of Dharma. So, in the Bodhisattva path, and in the Bodhisattva path, it Lotus Sutra. And Lotus Sutra is about manifesting the great loving heart. We're all in the mud of samsara, in the Sahara. And what are we manifesting as manifesting the heart? But what we need to evolve is to awaken the pure nature, and that we have that, as Master often explained, every one of us has the Buddha nature, which is true and which is pure. So, operating in the 6 parameters, that I don't really need to run through these at all. You're all very familiar with this. The 6 parameters that walk the path: generosity, precepts to uphold your morality, your patience, your diligence, so that you can persevere; samadhi, that you can still the mind and grow in wisdom. But what we need to do as we're mindful in our daily life is to actualize all the 6 parameters in all our actions, which we have to be very conscious of. So, how do I make sure that I have that? So, I need to embed this into the nature of my heart and my mind. So, when the heart experiences, it is part of thinking to train the heart nature, so that the mind is molded by the pure virtues with the repeated actions. So if you do, and in such we try to, Master gives us the condition or the opportunity for us to cultivate that. So we cultivate repeated virtuous actions so that your heart, the purity of your heart, nature will blossom. And that's when the door of the mind is open and molded by pure virtues. So know that without experience, wisdom cannot grow. And as you go through experiences, you must have the focus of mindfulness and concentration. So, what is this mindfulness concentration that I learned from this? I need to be mindful of what is outside, the external practice. I need to concentrate and be aware of what is inside me. And that's my internal cultivation. So, observe outside with mindfulness and watch inside with the concentration of samadhi, and that's what the rising of your thoughts. So it is within the non-appearance of sight and the silence of the sound that the principles of the truth can be contemplated upon and realized. And it's the mysticism about really understand the profound meaning of the Dharma. And so listen then with the discerning heart. And discerning heart had to be built layer by layer where questions emerge with a journey for clarity. And that's the reason why when I listen to the Dharma, I try to listen to the yearnings of my heart. So my last point is about seek and study. And so obviously the journey that I want to be in, the seeker of the truth. And it's not about journey within. What is this journey within? You look at it, Master's never traveled outside Taiwan. And it's pointed us the way. And in the Lotus Sutra, they talk about everyone is a Buddha nature. So it's not outside. It's all inside in the 9 consciousness or the Amala consciousness. So the question is, what have I learned in the Lotus Sutra, and what have I learned from Master to seek for this? So I need to listen. So listen, what can I understand? But understanding is not good enough. I need to realize that. Understanding is the power at the level of the mind. I need to understand what to realize. I realize that, and the meaning is mystical. And the words only points you to the meaning. And the profound meaning is actually between the words, it's beyond the words, and it's beyond the words. So, and in the practice, what can I grow? And the three C's that I want to grow. First of all, is the level of consciousness that I have. Secondly, is the character that I need to change. And the third C is the condition of my practice within, and that's the inner cultivation. And I need to engage in the true study. True study is, what do you mean by true study? I mean, this term has been one that I've been using, and until I encountered the Lotus Sutra that Master is teaching, she used the word flawless study. So each one of us, after having learned, we have to get into the true study, and that's very much the effort that we put in our practice. And it's in contemplative practice, and mostly then is number one, that is holding our precepts. We got to live the life that we need to stop doing evil. So corrective measures from the past, now I can't control the past, it's gone, but they come in the form of common retribution for me in this life. And that's the purification that I need to undertake. And that the foundation for the vows of practice, so that I won't deviate wherever I walk in my daily life. Abiding in samadhi, and that is the stillness of the mind, to be in the present. And so the precepts are for me to be very mindful that I need to purify all those habitual, unwholesome habitual tendencies that I've been brought along from my past. In the present mind, that I need to be very clear that I need to still my mind, and that's how I try to develop and to mold in the nature of the mind, to grow in consciousness of spirituality, and evolve in wisdom. And evolving in wisdom is just for me to one. I mean, at the end of the day, while I learn here, I need to evolve so that I become progressive in my next life, and through making sure that all the virtues become innate with me, so I help to shape the future. So the precept help me to purify the past, the samadhi in stillness and present, and evolving into how to shape the future in the perfection of parameters. So the precepts are for me to undertake in humanity of the heart. Samadhi is spirituality of the mind, and wisdom is the divinity of my nature. So with all these things, we have to be earnest in our practice to kind of make vows or pledges. So the pledge that you make to be a disciple of love, who endeavors to be exemplary disciple, requires you to change your character. So be then a disciple who is prepared to be a server, a seeker, a surrenderer in the path of light and love to the divine guru, which in this context is Kuan Yin. So be trained as exemplary server to propagate the joy, be molded as a faithful seeker to rediscover our true self, and be shaped as a beloved surrenderer, surrender my life to uphold the purity. So surrender your ego and humble yourself to learn, grow, and evolve in your practice. So when ego is protruding, arrogance and doubt are in the way to hinder understanding. So humility clears the passage of learning. So this is something that I'm trying to practice, I'm trying to learn. So all these things, here is my journey thus far. So it's very confusing. You see, I try to walk on the road. I have, on one hand, yes, I retired in 2013, but I still sit on some boards, and so I could work, I could finance to take care of, I got family, your relatives, you got a friends, you got an investment, you got holidays, vacation, so on and so forth. So it's not one straight path, not one straight journey. But what I'm very clear is that in the middle part of it, that road is straight. That Dharma road, that Dharma practice is straight. And all the worldly matters on the side, on the left, on the right. So I got to be very mindful not to be so distracted by my side shows in life. So with that note, and so much, brothers and sisters, and so much for listening to this.
感恩 so much, Brother Chin, once again to receive your wisdom guidance through the sharing about very mindful and focused steps of learning, growing, and evolving on this inner journey. As you say, there's a journey, but it's an inner journey to seek what? To seek our true self. So the keyword here also, Dharma transforms karma. We learn this from Master, we learned it from the Buddha, and of course from Brother. Okay, so very grateful to Brother Chin for wisdom guidance. And on the second sharer for today, actually, we have Brother David Liu, who is already on board. Okay, the time is 7 o'clock. So we will start the second sharer. Brother David. Good morning, Brother David. Brother David, can you hear us? Okay, so today we also have, while we await for Brother David to start his video. Brother David, can you hear me? Yep. Hello, Brother David.
Yes,
Good
yes,
morning.
I can hear you clearly.
Okay, thank you so much. Welcome once again. Time really flies, and we are here on the first Q&A session for 2025. And we look forward to your wisdom guidance.
Okay.
And I will share the questions here with me. Okay, can you see?
Yes,
And
yes.
everybody see this, right? Okay, great. We have 4 questions again
You have
today.
to read the question.
And I will read the question. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so question 1 is, there are volunteers who serve diligently, take on various responsibilities with great commitment, and even pave the path wider. But they do not wish to commission even after many years in Tzu Chi due to various personal reasons. Now, in one of Master's sermon, Master say, all causes and conditions related to our practice depends on our blessings and virtues. Okay, so the yin yuan depends on the fu de. So the question is, first, how can we encourage such volunteers to progress? That means to become Master's disciple, to commission. Second, are they lacking in blessings and virtues or causes and conditions? Why is that so? Because they have been walking on the path for so long. So, Brother David, over
Okay.
to you. And
Okay. The volunteers serve diligently and undertake so many responsibility, but don't want to be a commissioner, right? It means that, right?
yes, that's right. That's
Right?
Very, very committed and even pave the path, but don't wish to commission.
But it means that this volunteer doesn't want to be a commissioner, right? Although he served diligently, right? Very diligent, right? Actually, some of the volunteers have this kind of thinking in Tzu Chi, right? This due to misunderstanding in their mind. Although they can undertake the responsibilities, yet they don't want to be certified as commissioner. Yeah. Buddhism is inseparable from worldly Dharma. In Chinese, we say 佛法不离世间法啦. The Buddhism is inseparable from worldly Dharma. Worldly Dharma, just like the titles in the group. Everybody we have group. You are the newcomer, you are the senior volunteer, you are the team leader, you are the CEO, you are the coordinator, etc. Right? Right? So everybody has different title in the group. Just okay. Without this system, this is the system in Tzu Chi. Every group has his system. Yeah. All groups same thing. Because without this system, nothing can be done. You have to follow the system. 对，制度很重要嘛，对不对？So in terms of this idea, certification of commissioner is the same reason. It is very nature. Also, just like after falling in love for a while, you will get married. This same reason. This nothing to do with the blessings or virtue. As you already joined Su Ching, this means you have blessings already and good affinity. That's why you joined Su Ching. And the people who don't have the affinity, they don't want to join Su Ching. Right? So this is the matter of concept. So we can see some volunteers, they are very diligent. They can undertake so many jobs. And they already passed the criteria, the conditions to be a commissioner, but they reject, they don't want. You know why? This is kind of psychology. Although I'm doing so many Su Ching jobs, I undertake so many responsibilities. But if no title, if I'm not commissioner, I don't have this title. I mean, I'm very free, right? If I'm happy, I go to join. I go to join the activity. If I'm not happy, I don't want to go. That's why in Su Ching we say this kind of volunteer is 快乐志工了 happy volunteer, right? 美其名了哈 we can say we can praise this kind of volunteer is a happy volunteer, but actually he is not very happy because they are seldom to, but because they do Su Ching according to their mood, right? Good mood, okay, participate. If not good mood, no, they don't want to come. So they are afraid if they are certified as the commissioner, then they have the more responsibility. And this responsibility is something, it's different from the responsibility you undertake the job. It's different. Because you have this title, you feel it is the pressure, right? I cannot escape. Although in normal time, I undertake so many jobs. But if I'm not happy, I can reject. I'm still very liberal. But if I certify this title, Su Ching Commissioner, then I have nowhere to escape, right? Because I'm the commissioner, right? This is something to do with the psychology, you know. Without this title, yeah, I feel very free. Yeah, I can go. Yeah, even I don't need to go, yeah, as I like. So this is the psychology, you know. So this is the 凡夫相啦，怎么讲啊？ The situation of the
Ordinary mindset,
ordinary people, ordinary human. Yeah, this a kind of 也可以讲是一种凡夫相啊 different situation. You can in Su Ching this group you can see so many different 人性啊 human nature. Right.
对
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
So how can we encourage such volunteers to progress?
Of course, these kind of people, we have to encourage them, you know, because before we teach them, they don't know this kind of mindset, this idea. They don't know. For their thinking is it better don't have this title. I don't have any burden. I don't have any pressure, as I like, right?
Okay.
But the people's habitual tendency, one of the habitual tendency is lazy. You know, it's lazy. Yeah, because if nobody force me, I feel very happy. If somebody force me or I have any obligation under a title, then I feel not liberal. You know, So this is the psychology problem that we can encourage them, you know. All the job you undertake now is actually all the classes you learn in the apprentice or training. You already passed this criteria to be a commissioner. This is very
Yes.
nature. You know, just like you fall in love with your boyfriend or girlfriend, right? Eventually if nothing happens, eventually you have to get married. You cannot say, no, I just want to fall in love. I don't want to marry. This is something very weird, right? Same thing, yeah. Must this kind of people, you have to let them know the reason, why we want to certify as commissioner. You know. See, in your life, you are certified. You are being certified by Master Ching Yen. This is a big event in your life. At this time, Master had the trip, right, in Taiwan, right? You know, something happened, right? She fell down, right?
Yes.
But
Yes.
Master already tell everybody, I'm fine, because already recovered. That's a small injury. Yeah, it's fine. And she also mentioned about the Master also mentioned about this time I have my trip around Taiwan. I already told everybody, I'm not sure whether I can come again next year. And this kind of saying never said by Master in last year or before, never. Only this time Master mentioned about this. But not finished this trip, Master still in Xindian. She said, not only this trip, in the middle of this trip, after I fell down in Thailand, I cannot go down to host the ceremony. Even I'm in Jing Shi Tang, I cannot go down. I'm at the upstairs. I cannot come down to host the ceremony. So even this time it's not very sure, you know, because impermanent, something happened, then cannot come. Moreover, next year, very unsure. So this kind of story, you have to tell this kind of volunteer, you know, because in our next life, whether have affinity to come to meet Master Ching Yen, this very unsure. So if this year you already qualified to have this to get the certified by Master Ching Yen, this is big event. That doesn't mean after you get this title you have to do more. No, you just do as usual, right? This kind of ideology, the mindset must tell this kind of volunteer. Yeah. Okay.
好的 Okay.
Yeah.
I think we have to tell them about the impermanence, right?
Yeah, and
And
tell
then
them why we want to certify as commissioner.
yes.
Although this is the 世间法，世间法了， this is the worldly dharma， 对吧？你世间法是怎么讲？
Worldly Dharma.
Worldly dharma, right? Although this worldly dharma, it's not the ultimate goal we want to seek for, but it's still important because no worldly dharma, then no how to
World
say
transcending Dharma.
ultimate truth.
Ultimate truth.
真实法是讲 ultimate truth， 对不对？
对对。
Yeah,
True
no
Dharma.
worldly dharma, then no
True Dharma.
true dharma, no true dharma.
嗯
Yeah. So
好
the worldly dharma, like certified as commissioner, also very important. But it's not the final goal for us to learn Buddhism, for learning Buddhism. It's only a process. But if no process, how you go to the final destination, right? Yeah, this kind of reason I have to let those volunteers know.
对
Yeah.
So it's also like what Brother Chin said just now. We learn and then we grow and then we evolve.
Yeah,
because we
it's very
evolve into
nature.
the next life, in the next life. Yep.
Yeah, never, don't feel any burden or stress. No, it's very nature.
Mm,
Just like
mm,
nothing happened. 这个平
mm,
常心呐、
mm.
平
Yep.
常心呐、
Equanimity.
economity. This
Mm,
we call
mm.
economity. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
just
don't feel
economy.
something
Because
weird, something wrong, or something not liberal. No, no, no. Don't think so. Need to
好。
learn.
Thank you so much. I think this provide guidance for a lot of
Okay.
us who try to encourage such volunteers to progress. Yeah, because we're looking forward also for 2026, the gift that we want to give to Master. So that leads us to the next question, actually,
Okay.
Brother David.
Yeah.
Okay, the next question is, recently the CCKL Selangor chapter made vow to present Master Cheng Yen with 500 commissioners in 2026, yeah, for the 60th anniversary. Every community mobilize itself towards recruiting volunteers for this purpose. Changes and allowance are put into effect to create assisting conditions to meet the target. Now, question, will this focus on quantity, compromise on the quality of commissioners? If yes, how can we prevent it now? Gan?
Mhm. Master Ching Yen teach us 菩萨大招生啊，对不对？ Try to recruit more members and more volunteers, said by Master Ching Yen. This also something to do with the quantity. But even Master says so, you have to recruit more people to join Tzu Chi. But doesn't mean you can, how to say, reduce. You can reduce the standard of the volunteer, right? You reduce the quality of the volunteer. Yeah, no. Yeah, still same principle, right? The quantity and the quality both are important, are equally important. We focus on quantity doesn't mean we will reduce quality. No. It is to increase the quantity while keeping the quality unchanged. Not only that, when we reach the target, it will be a breakthrough and growth of our mental and abilities. True or not? Because at the very beginning, when we enter Tzu Chi, we join Tzu Chi. We know nothing about Tzu Chi, right? We don't have any Tzu Chi experience. No. After coming, join, step by step, slowly, gradually, we increase our mentality. We increase our experience. Yeah, throughout the Tzu Chi activities and learning and training, everything, right? So Tzu Chi Kuala Lumpur and Selangor chapter make big vow to present Master 500 commissioners. This is a great wish. Every volunteer in Kuala Lumpur must feel happy. We have this strong power in our cultivation ground. 在我们这个道场里面的 in Kuala Lumpur 慈济 cultivation ground, somebody take the lead to make big vow, right? Just like before, I think more than 15 years ago, I think, right? The Kuala Lumpur Tzu Chi chapter, you make big vow, every Huai, every month they want to 怎么样？ to recruit one 观世音菩萨, right? Because if you recruit 500 members, that means you already 怎么样？请了一尊观世音菩萨了。
500 volunteers will represent one 观世音菩萨,
All right?
one Kuan Yin.
Yeah.
Yes.
So everybody feel pressure, very stressed. How come? Every month they will 请啊，对不对？请一尊观世音菩萨，千手千眼嘛。500 members means 1,000 hands and 1,000 eyes, right? Impossible before. before you made this vow, everybody think it's impossible. But eventually, so many Huai, maybe the first one or second one, they reach the target. The other Huai, they saw, wow, the other Huai already get one Guanxin Pusa. This give them confidence. Okay, you can do, I can do too, right? Same thing. Now you feel next year you are going to present Master Ching and Foundry commissioners. You will feel the feeling is something like before. Before we 我们还没有做事情 before we done everything, we feel afraid also, no confidence because never have this experience. But already 30 years in Kuala Lumpur, you have so many Tzu Chi experience, right? Successful experience. Before you get this experience, you also no experience. But eventually you reach the target. This is the confidence, right? So this is the great wish. Now we say, if you are willing, you will be powerful. The greater vow, the bigger power. 有愿就有力嘛，是不是这样子啊？
Yes, indeed.
Right?
Mm.
Yeah, so many reasons in Tzu Chi you can learn, you know. Last year, end of the year, 岁末祝福啊, year end ceremony, right? And
Year-end blessing. Year-end blessing.
Year-end blessings, yeah. And together with the 30 years in Kuala Lumpur, right?
Mm.
And before this event, we just passed the COVID-19, right? Everybody stay at home 3 years already. So now you want to mobilize those people come out from their house to join to the activities. I feel difficult because 3 years so relaxed at home already. So you want to encourage these people to motivate those people to come to Jinsutang. It's so difficult. But as you know, all the senior volunteers, they do their efforts. They give the invitation card one by one and sign their name and hand over to the volunteer, go to their house, hand over to them in hand. This so many volunteers feel very touching. So eventually, how many volunteers come to Tzu Chi Jinsutang? How many? 3,800, you remember? Right? Otherwise, impossible. This break the records already in KL City branch. But you still do it. You still succeed. Because you have the 情跟诚, you have sincerity and passion. So the passion, as long as you have the passion and the sincerity, then nothing cannot be succeed.
Sincerity and passion.
Right?
Mm.
Same story at this time.
Okay.
500
How?
commissioner is easy for you. I feel it's easy for you because you already have this foundation. It's a very strong foundation. Because all the volunteers in Kuala Lumpur is so sincere, so passionate. You can
Right.
succeed.
Yes. Surely,感恩 so much, Brother David, for the encouragement. So to all the brothers and sisters who are very concerned about this, yeah, our sincerity and our passion will drive us, especially because we have the vow.
Yeah.
Therefore, definitely the strength will come. And this is a process of learning and growing, and again, evolving to the next level and the next level.
One teacher, for example.
Yes.
不要操心烦心 no worry, no headache, right? 但是要怎么样 be mindful,
要
right?
用心。好，感恩。Okay,
Yeah.
mindful of the
Just go
time. We
for
have two
it.
more
Don't feel
questions.
burden. Don't feel it's burden. No burden. It's the blessings.
对，就是很单纯的心啦，just very sincere and
对
pure-minded。对，
Yeah, you
好
can do it. You can do it.
Not Not the worldly Dharma, okay? Don't think so. Worldly Dharma.
Yeah, you have Dharma power. Don't worry.
Dharma power. Okay, we have to move on because we have two more questions. Okay,感恩 so much, Brother David.
I feel
So
easy for
question
you all. I feel easy.
应该多一点是吗？
I have confidence. You can do it. You can do it.
感恩 for the 祝福，感恩 for the encouragement, Brother David. Okay, the third question now. Can we come to the
Okay.
third question now? A commissioner of about 14 to 16 years, or again, does not want to interact with his own community group. So he never attends any meetings, any 联谊, 共修, etc. He would not also recruit new members nor guide new volunteers. Okay. However, he gladly takes up charity cases, he does the follow-ups, and he will gladly do the behind-the-scene work. I try to find out, or this volunteer tried to find out what happened, but he does not wish to, but was told that he does not wish to deal with community activities or events at all. So it is stressful for the CLE members, and I also think the CLE leaders, as they know this existence of this person, but he is untouchable or unreachable. So some would say, it's okay. At least he's still in Tzu Chi. So question 考我们的智慧. What is the right approach to deal with this volunteer? 感恩.
Speaking the truth, Su Ching is a group of ordinary people. So many different level of the volunteers, right? Education, culture, mindset, right? All different, you know. Only one thing is very 整齐怎么讲啊 ？unique 是不是？
Unique.
整齐啊
Unique. 整齐 United. Unity.
united 啊。Only one thing united is the great love. Everybody want to dedicate themselves for for other people, right? So this is this kind of thinking. Everybody is same, you know. But except this, everything is different. Different background, different culture, different education, different mindset, everything, right? So everybody has his different habitual
Views.
tendency also, right?
Mm.
So actually in Tzu Chi, this group, everybody has his different skill, different specialty and intention. Even they join the volunteer jobs, everybody will choose which one is more suitable for him to participate, right? This is very nature, you know. We will do it also. But for me and for for Tzu, we have no choice, right? Yeah, we cannot have any choice. All the Tzu Chi activities I join, even this activity, not my specialty, not my skill. I also participate because I want to lead the people. I have to learn everything. I have to learn, but not everybody like us because different background, right? So some volunteer they will choose the jobs this very nature, but since already joined Tzu Chi, we have to let them know 依教奉行, right? You want to learn Buddhism, you want to grow up, then you have to know how to know how. You have to listen to master's teaching. Since you already have the affinity to join Tzu Chi, then how can we grow up fastly, efficiently? Then we have to know how. That means master's teaching. 所以要尊师重道了。Respect the master and follow the master's teaching. 尊师重道了。Don't always just think as you think. No. You have to eliminate all your self-view, right? Make the inside of the heart is empty. Then you can get more Dharma water. You can then learn more things. Okay. Although everybody has individual character and personality. But we still have to know the reason why we join Su Ching. Not only choose the work to do the volunteer only. We want to increase our mentality. We want to strengthen our Dhamma power, right? We want to learn to be more wisdom, more wise, right? So in this case, then we have to respect the Tao, respect the teacher and follow the teachings. Okay, what is the master teaching? That means you have to participate all different activities, not only choose one or two, right? At the beginning, maybe you choose one or two, right? Then when your experience become more and more, and your capability become more stronger, then you have confidence to undertake more jobs, more activities, and also you feel very happy. Not feel is it burden, no. So this kind of people, we cannot say they are wrong, no. This is human nature. In Taiwan also same, some volunteer, they like the home visit, just do home visit. The other activity, they don't want to participate. And some just like the flower arrangement or the calligraphy, they like this. So home visit, they don't interest to participate. That's a master emphasize. Not ask you to long-term participate, but at least you must have this experience, right? To try. Maybe you undertake the activity which is not your interest, but at least you have experience already. So when you want to be the leader, you have the other people know, oh, I have experience for this job. I have experience for 社交, continuing education. I have experience for the home visit. I have experience for the medical mission in overseas or Malaysia. I have experience. This is the way for us to grow up. Yeah, we can try to let them know this kind of reason through the reading section or the sharing section or the 共修会. Let them know the way to our growth, how to make us grow up. Let them know. But maybe other people, they don't understand the way to cultivate themselves, to get more experience. But if they listen to your advice or your sharing, that you already inspire them. Okay, I want to do some more. I want to get more experience from different jobs. But maybe some people, they understand the reason, but they still want to do it. Let it be. Let it be.
Let it be.
Yeah. But must let them know the story. Whether can do or cannot do depends on individuals' perseverance. Right?
Yeah. Okay. So we still have to try to let them know the reasons.
Yeah. But we only can explain to them smoothly.
Yeah.
Let them know the reason.
And 祝福
Because
啦。
yeah, but don't let them feel so stressful. Or my team leader asked me to undertake more and more job, but I have no interest, or I have no time, or I have no affinity. Let him feel very worried. No, don't do like this. That just let it flow naturally. But must know one thing. When you face this kind of volunteer, if you are not this person, okay, you are facing the person who has this kind of situation. Then we have to remind ourselves the master teaching. This is very important for Master Ching and all the Changdu Su to say. Master Ching always said, I only have the duty to be grateful to all volunteers and have no right to complain, because disciples cannot choose their master, but but master cannot choose their disciples. This
Disciples
is,
can choose the master. Master cannot choose the disciple.
yeah.
So,
So all
right.
the volunteer come, all the
Very
people join
grateful.
Su Ching. We must be very grateful, but no right to complain.
Okay, wonderful. I think that is a very very
Yeah.
wise guidance from Brother David. We
Yeah.
still tell them about the reason,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
we
yeah.
祝福 them. We 祝福
Okay.
them for the conditions to come in the future. Yeah,
Yeah,
one
yeah.
day. 好，
Okay.
and with a grateful heart. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
We have
Thank you.
what a few
Bye-bye.
one more question. One more
No more
question.
question. No more.
5
Hi.
minutes. 5
Number
minutes. One.
4.
Number 4. Okay,
Okay,
we have
okay.
5 minutes for this question. Okay,
Okay,
this is a
okay.
short one. A
Okay.
mother of an autistic child asked me, or the volunteer, asked a volunteer, why Tzu Chi International School would not accept her child as a student. She questioned whether Tzu Chi, as a compassionate organization, should be providing support to those in need, including children with special needs. Now, the volunteer asked, how shall I respond to her question?
Okay. Autistic.
And
What do you mean by autistic?
自闭症，自闭
自
症，
闭症 autism,
对
autism, right?
对对
Autism.
对
But
对
because you know
，autism，
why? The child with the child with the autism, this is a kind of disease, you know. This the education he need to get is not from 专业人士啊
嗯
the expert, the person who has this skill to teach this kind of children, you know. Because the child with the autism, the way for teaching is something different from the normal
Yes.
children,
Mm.
right? So we have to know whether our international school has this kind of skillful person to teach this kind of students. We have to assess, you know. If we don't have this kind of expert or skillful person, then we suddenly accept this kind of kids, of child. This not only give the no good for the kids, also no good for our international school, because we don't have the ability to handle this kind of case. This have to assess, you know. But if we have this kind, like in Taiwan, right? So many schools they have the 怎么样特殊教育啊 particular education.
Special education,
Yeah,
special
yeah,
need education.
for those kind of children, you know, they have. Even some of our 师姐, they are specialized in this kind of education, but this is very particular, not the normal teacher, you know. Have to see. I have no idea about this. Have to check. Although we are the charitable organization, yes, really, right. But we have to do something. We have confidence. We cannot do something we are not confident, right? To keep promise very easy, you know. But to want to succeed the things is not easy. We have to assess. Otherwise, no good for the children. Maybe get the understanding for the kids' parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this we must have a very deeply assessment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So we can just say that currently we don't have this condition to provide
Yeah.
such education. Yeah. But with
Explain to the parents. Yeah.
Mm,
If
yeah,
if like poor family or sick people, this is very easy for us to providing the support, right?
the help.
We had to help them. This is very easy for us because we have so many experience, but we don't have many experience for teaching the autism kids. We don't have many experience. I have no idea about this. You have to check the international school.
OK，好，这样子我们就祝福啦。好，we
Yeah,
can
yeah,
祝
yeah,
福
yeah,
our
yeah,
international school one day. We'll
yeah.
also have a special class for special needs children.
Yes,
OK，
yes, yeah.
好，感恩 so much, Brother David, for wisdom
Okay.
guidance on this first month of 2025. OK, so we hope that all the brothers and sisters who have posted the question, 感恩 so much,
Okay,
and
okay,
we hope
Kanan,
that you have
Kanan.
also
Okay.
received, yeah.
Okay. Have a nice day, everybody.
Yeah, cảm ơn so much, Brother David.
Okay,
So now
welcome.
we will actually take a group photo first because some of us may have to leave because Sư Phu De Huang is already here. So maybe we
Okay,
can take a
okay.
picture before Brother David Liu leaves. Sư Phu, good morning. Good morning, Sư Phu. Yeah, can my brother and sister also please switch on your video so that we can take a group picture together with Master De Huang and Brother David together and Brother Chin as well. Okay, 好. Sister Wai Fong. Yes. Sister Wai Fong 感恩哦.
Okay, bye-bye.
We'll take a
So
picture.
shall we on the camera now and take a photo?
Yeah.
One,
Yeah, please
two,
switch on your
three.
camera.
And that's next page. Just hold on. Oh, sorry. Just gone forward. Yeah. Okay, cảm ơn.
Cảm ơn so much. Cảm ơn Sister Wai Fong. Cảm ơn Brother David.
Okay,
Okay.
bye-bye.
So now with utmost reverence and gratitude, we invite Shifu De Huang to come to share with us a new aspiration for 2025. Should we go vegan for the new year? Please, the platform is yours. Shifu, cảm ơn.
Hi. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Or
Morning.
maybe good afternoon or good evening for those who are online now. Okay. Anyway, Happy New Year to all of you. Having a good day. Hope that just let me to share my slide. Can you see my slide? The sharing PPT.
Yes, Shifu, we are looking at your slide.
Can you see the
Okay.
topic? Why I'm going vegan
Yes.
should be your New Year resolution. Can you see
Yes.
that? Okay.
Yes,
All right.
we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think maybe of course maybe some of you have been adapting the vegetarian for a long time, or whether you are pescatarian or flexitarian, or maybe you are really taking a full vegan, or maybe you are the overlap the little vegetarian or over vegetarian and so on. There's so many kinds of things. Maybe I'm not really good in pronunciation on that, but I think I think since this is the new year for 2025, and I think maybe is the time for us to ask ourselves, is it now possible to live a life that involves the delicious food or the drink that delivers the better health for us and leave a smaller carbon footprint and for the environment, and also avoiding the killing other creatures. And then I think if we have this such question, I think maybe we can ask, why don't we try to be make our food? The veganism, I think, is a definition is about we to try to modifying the consumption habits that causes harm to any animals, and no matter how great or the small action that we are taking. I think the end purpose is to reduce the animal suffering and to advocate for a more compassionate world, just by avoiding to produce such things which is made from animals. So I think maybe we can have a try to explore to take the veganism, no meat, dairy, and or eggs products, and which is a kind of a kinder to all the animals, and then also to our people health, and also to our planet's future. So here, wait. I think my slide is been stuck. Okay, wait. Okay. All right. Wait. Can you see that?
We can see the slide.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think as a vegan diet, actually is to make up, how can I say, is like, and also without going to further, a vegan also is a lifestyle that involves for others a consideration, like we wearing clothes are made from plants such as cotton, linen, or the alternative materials like the fall leathers. And I think it's also this is a lure of materials that result in the harm of animals like wool from the sheep and the leathers from cows or lambs or other skins, animal skins. So why, another question that I want to ask is like, why vegetarian isn't enough? If you think like you're not having any meat for your food, but if you're trying to have a kind of like a cheeseburger, or if like you want to have a chicken burger, whether this is like, the eggs, the burger with eggs. So I think this, if you think that you are grown up by eating all those dairies or eggs in your daily lives, and you might not think twice about eating those food. I mean, what I mean is like those eggs burger or cheeseburger. So if you're grown up something eating like this dairy or eggs products, you might not think twice. This is not good for you. But I want to say is like, if we are thinking the eggs actually is not really can call is a kind of good food nowadays, because the way they produce, from the farm, I think it will cause a lot of suffering for the animals. Yeah, I think, and also for the production of the dairy products, the necessities, the death of the cowless of the male cows, the baby cows, the boy that are not used for the dairy farmer, they will also be sent to the slaughterhouse. And it's similar as well as for the premature death of cows where the slaughter, and when the milk production was decreases. So I think this is all sort of the reason, even though you're not taking any meat or fresh from the animals, but if you're having their byproducts, like milk or eggs to make cheese and so on, or like, you I think it's still not good for the animal and also for our environment, because there's a lot of evidence to show that raising cows can produce the harm, the methane and the nitrous, also, all those kind of a gas that we don't need for the environment. Yeah. And just take a look for this video shot. It's telling you why not taking dairy and meat.
Mr. Huang, can you share the sound? Because there's no sound from your video.
Oh, really? Mm, wait. Uh, wait. How can
Okay.
I? Uh, wait. How can I
你 stop share 先，您 stop
stop
share，
share?
师傅 stop
Yeah.
share，然
Okay.
后你 share 的时候再
Mm-hmm.
去你 stop share 先
Mm-hmm.
unshare 你 can unshare yeah. Then when you share your slide again, you go
Mm-hmm.
to share sound.
Okay. Wait.
You
Let me
click on
try.
share
Let's try
sound.
again. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me just retry again. Okay.
yeah.
Wait. Mm, wait.
So you share your PowerPoint. You go to share, and
Yep.
then you will see there is a button that says share sound.
Wait. Let me try again. Sorry.
没关系，师傅慢慢来。哈。 好，share 的时候，
Share the sound. He
诶
used to show me the.
，wait 啊。When you share your file, there is on the right side there is there's a box share sound. 你现在按 share 先，师傅，你再倒回去 share 的时候 ，on the right hand side there are two check boxes. One of it is share sound. On the right side， 不是下面那个 share button， 是右手边 on the right side there is two check boxes. One of it is
Okay.
see under options
Yeah,
options
yeah. Okay, I got it.
啊，
Maybe
好
I
感
try
恩，
again.
好感恩。
Okay, let's try again.
Flat white,
Can you hear?
cheese, yogurt,
Yes, very much. Thank
milk
you so
chocolate.
much.
What do you know about dairy and where it comes from? There's a lot going on beneath the froth that we bet will shock you. Viva Campaigns recently investigated 5 typical UK dairy farms, and the suffering we exposed was shocking. This isn't just one rotten apple, it's the whole system. There's the beatings for a start. This cow was hit 55 times. This is Tafan Ibugail Farm in West Wales. At the time of filming, it supplied a major milk distributor. Then there's the lancing of huge abscesses and filth and squalor. There are shackles to prevent nerve-damaged legs from doing the splits. Emaciation and disease. So much disease that dairy cows live little more than a quarter of their natural lives. There's forced insemination. No babies, no milk. And then comes the wonder of birth, but only fleetingly. Most calves are taken from their mothers within hours of birth, so you can have their milk. So there's despair in every dairy product. And death too. Tens of thousands of male calves are slaughtered every year. Well, they can't give milk, can they? Female calves are kept in isolation for up to 2 months. And so desperation, confusion, and loneliness are other dairy ingredients. And if they fail to thrive, there's painful forced feeding to add to the list. This farm supplies Freshways, who in turn supply Costa Coffee. How many white coffees or slices of cheese do you reckon these ridiculously swollen udders contain? Thanks to selective breeding, each cow produces at least 27 litres of milk every day. To save money, 1 in 5 dairy cows in the UK are kept in a system called zero grazing. These cows are never allowed outside to graze, ever. This farm supplies Muller, the yogurt people. So these are the secret ingredients in your milk and dairy products, but they won't tell you that in their adverts. For modern dairy cows, it's a sad life and an early death. Give them a break. Go plant-based. Flat white.
Okay, I think this is similar in the egg production, because what I want to say is just like for those treats, even you are saying that this is a free range eggs, which is I think is also involved the killing of the unnecessary male chicks when they're just a day old. I think it has always happened in the group when we have this kind of things happen. Yeah. There's so many ways to let the male chicks to die, like feed them drawn and water by machines. I think the sad truth is that all living creatures will feel death just as we do. So where is the compassion that we say in Buddhism? So I think no matter how they are treated when they're alive, you say there's a free cage farm and or kind of like give them some, I mean, the way to reduce the suffer for death. But I think whether they are raised on a factory farm or the label as a free range or organic, they all experience the same feel when it comes to slaughter. And I think it's happened when our baby boy put into the blender to make a mince meat. Will you think you want to eat this kind of food? Yeah, I think no. So I think it's same to all the animals. They are not just a food, but I think they also is alive. Yeah, I think this is how a ham a ham can lay eggs per year. I think it's in the normal time. I think it's not over 20 eggs per year. Yeah, but nowadays you can see from day to day and from the advance of technology. So the laying hams, nearly every day they can produce one egg. Yeah, and then this is like non-stop producing eggs for us to consume. So I think this kind of very cruelty way to raise the chicken, just because this is not only the broiled egg, but I think it's like very not good for us as well. And also they have a lot of diseases that is not good for the environment as well. They live in this kind of environment. Yeah. And then I think when we are having like the egg burger, and I think just try it off the not just a chicken, the small cheat, no meat on it. I think you have to think further whether this byproduct from the eggs, is it really good just for craving for our tasting, the taste buds, and I think maybe it's not the main reason. I think we can try to tame our desire for what we want for the daily meals. And also, this is the cows, the milks come from a grieving mother. I showed this before a few years ago, and I like this very much. And this is similar what happened to human being and also for the baby cow and the mother cow. So I can say every year millions of the mothers cows. I mean, we all females use the milk for the milk they are torn from their baby shortly after their birth, within a few hours. So I think this is always happen that we did not get a chance to see on this scenario, unless you try to find out from some documentary from some countries that do this farming, and then you will get more clear about this situation for the animals. So and they're facing the suffering that I think it's the same to our human, when your baby was taken away by others, and like they are having some trouble, and then as a mother parents you will be always worried about them. I think this is the same when you cannot live with your loved children every day, and then you have to be always think of your babies. I think this is for the mother cows. They have to be repeating by having the sucker across insemination, the painful birth for years and years, and relentlessly do milking every day, and their spirits gives their bodies a wisdom. So I think when their milks will dry up, they will consider as useless, And then at the age end, in the nature, I think the female cow will enter into what we so call is like the life of dairy is always over. So this is when the milk production decline. She and others, herd mates, the baby cow will be tracked off to slaughter.
And repeatedly shot with electric prods.
Cow mother.
Workers aggressively shock injured cows in their sensitive genitals, causing extreme pain and fear.
And maybe some pregnant mother
Unable to
cow,
walk
they
on
are
their
still
own,
lactating.
these sick cows are
Lactating.
hoisted into the air, dragged across the ground with tractors, and shoved into transport trucks to be killed off-site. As soon as they are born,
So I think, as we say, if the daily consumers support this practice with purchases, so I think maybe it's good for us to do some changing for what we want to live on. Whether even though for the animals they are really scared of that. Yeah, similar. Yeah. So maybe what about like the cheese that maybe love for pizza and all those things, and maybe some of you might know, but I'm just want to give some sharing about this kind of food. Actually, the rennet and that we get it from actually is from the baby herb, the cow. Yeah, and one of these essential ingredients in making nearly every traditional cheese, the rennet is the set of enzyme that cheesemakers use to calculate the milk and separate solid curd from the liquid. Yeah, and then this is when we want to have this kind of food
For
that we
Quanah
love
Cattle
to.
Company in
So you can
Colorado,
see this is always
a
happen.
business that transports and temporarily confines newborn dairy calves.
Yeah.
Just days old, many of these calves are still too young or too weak to walk steadily. Their fragile bodies are cruelly and violently thrown, kicked, dragged, and pulled. After being trucked in from nearby dairy factories that have no use for these calves, most of whom are male and will never produce milk, these young animals, often with their umbilical cords still hanging from their bodies, are unloaded.
Yeah. And then the traditional the enzyme in the rennet have been taken from the stomach lining of the young ruminate animals like calves, lambs, or the young goats. Yeah. So this is one of the video that I get it from internet, and they're showing this is how human being, how we the cheesemaker to produce the cheese by using this rennet to sun
Fifth
dry
step is
up.
to cut the dried
and cut this-
abomasum into pieces and pack it into a jar with salt. These dried pieces of calf abomasum contain enough rennet to make many batches of cheese. Dried calf abomasum will store packed in salt like this for many years. To use this rennet, take a couple of pieces of dried abomasum and leave them in a glass of whey or water overnight. In this video I've used whey. The next day, pour the solution into milk that has been prepared for coagulation. It may take half an hour or so for the curd to set. Dried abomasum pieces themselves can also be added to the milk to coagulate it. I've only harvested rennet from a calf's stomach like this twice, so I'm definitely not an expert. Please leave a comment if you know of any improvements that could be made to this process or any mistakes I
Yeah, and I think this is why I say the dairy products or the eggs is not good. So it's better for us to make a New Year resolution for 2025. Is like, try not eating those byproduct that the animal will get suffer. Of course, even for those who are maybe still taking some fresh meat from animal, kind of like the pork. If you are like kind of you like to eat bacon on the food, or maybe so on. And then this is a video that show why we are actually eating the not a really good food, especially like there's a lot of germs or bacteria on the raw meat, and you can see there's a video to show by using a cloth pearl
Keep an eye.
to
Well, you can actually see right
pork.
here, some little pops are coming up.
And very soon you can see what happened. Yeah, here's the result.
It's so gross. Look, you can see them starting to crawl their way out.
This one's moving. Oh, gross.
Yeah, it's very gross. So
It's
I think there's a saying, what is the meaning of the phrase, you are what you eat? I think maybe for those very familiar with, but for me, I think this is what I get know is that people normally will say if you want to be fit and healthy, you need to eat a good food. Maybe this is another definition, but of course, for what the origin of the phrase "you are what you eat" actually is the originator of "you are what you eat" is come from this man, and his version was "tell me what you eat, and I will tell you what you are." So I think this is like what I got this message that I think if want to converge with what I learned from master's teaching is like in Chinese, masters always say in the Buddhist term, the law of karma is like you don't create or accumulate the big karma with the animals. And then I think maybe whether you can understand or not, this is like you owe a lot of animals' life debts in the whole. This is what in Chinese written. So since the New Year's is been passing a few days now, and then but we still going to preparing for the Chinese New Year at the end of this month. So I think this is maybe there's a lot of the family members to reunion at home together and have food, have meals and have fun. So I think maybe is a good choice for us to make a very healthy food with our family to serve with not burden with a 没有负担. So I think because I remember I showed this before as well, and there's a big fish was caught, the head was cut off, but it still can survive. And then you can see it will take revenge. You can see look at his eyes, and then I think it's kind of like he will try to remember or to see if who are the person kill him, and maybe he want to take revenge when he got a opportunity. This is Masters told us that in the water repentance for the sutra is telling us we have to repent of what we have done in the past, especially what we have eaten for so many lives, the animals' life. So just want to ask, what is the true meaning of the circle of life for animals and human beings? So I think maybe we have to think that the true meaning of circle of life for animals and human beings, I think is the same, because this is the constant and the ongoing process for all living being things on the planet. Because we are born and we will live and we will die. And then when we die, we will return to and then nourish back to the earth. So it means like the cycle goes like this. We come to this world, existence, and then we grow and age. We hopefully maybe benefit on earth in some way. Like animals, like your pets and dogs, you will have to take care of your home, and then it will accompany you for all the animals, and for horses, it will help you to become a transportation, send you from give you from this way and to that way, and it's kind of like from cows or the buffalo is like help us to do farming, to plant the plant, and I think they do benefit on the earth for some way. And then the process we go to when we die and we return back to the earth is as a nourishment. So I think this is the circle continues for all life on the earth, whether we are human or animals or plants, we over and over again. So I think this is the circle of life. But unfortunately, not all the animals can go through this natural life. As you can see, the unnatural lifespan for animals that for our food, like here that you can see the slaughtering animals when they are babies is standard, whether they are raised conventionally or in an operation that they are labeled human, sustainable or natural, free range, catch free, heritage breed or grass-fed, local or organic. And you can see the sentence today is like they're supposed to have a long life, but unfortunately no, in these days. And yeah, just take a short view about this. Yeah, chicken. And for pig, the lifespan is very short. They're supposed to be live up to 20 years. And the goats. Yeah. And ducks, only 7 weeks to live. They're supposed to be have 10 years. Sheep, 6 months to live. Yeah, and I think since those animals will be have a very short lifespan, and it means in the other ways, like because the global population is over 8 billion, so I think since we need to have more than that amount to feed us. So this is how in the industry, the farming industry, and how they raise the animals by all those very stainless steel machine to grow them, not in the natural way. So this is how for the business point of that, and I think maybe just for money, and then this is not animal, not life. Yeah, but very cruelty is like the reality. Who will get suffer? I think those animals. Yeah, if we believe the law of karma, I think yeah, maybe one day we will be one of them as well if we have not doing good thing enough for this life. Maybe at the end, the next future, maybe we were born in this situation and we will be part of them. Yeah. So as I always say that when we are eating meat or eggs and the dairy products and milks, actually we are really consume the earth. No, we are destroying our planet because we are sources the water, the fresh water from the earth, from the ground, and then we just use that for animal to take shower, and not only for drink. So this is the shower room for the cows, in this kind of big farm. Yeah, and then you can see this is a huge quantity of water that we've been wasted for only this pay. And you can see the fishes that produce every day in this kind of situation. And we need to use some clean water to wash away those filthy fishes and then create the environment problem, not only the land pollution, water pollution, and also the air pollution. So this is what we can see from the video. Yeah. And also, if, for example, if you are the one who live in the kind of situation, how is your feeling? So here is also asking you, how long will you be stand when you are in this kind of environment? So, of course, I know maybe some of you have noticed very well the reason, but I just want to take this opportunity to share some video that I get it, that I found, and then I just want to share with you guys. If you want this information, I'm willing to share to you as well. So, I love this as well. And then this Eating Our Way to Extinction, this from this documentary. Here they show you the improvement, why we always say the climate change and the global warming is very related to the way of our eating, and the choices that we eat is really is connected to the environment, and that cause the natural disasters. So here, this is special camera or machine that to show some special gas that we can see from our body, the fresh eye. So without further ado, I just show you a few minutes about this video to make a very clear evidence from the scientific, to explain why the dairy products is not really. If you're still taking dairy product, actually you are actually is like enhancing. How can I say no? It's like it's not really to do good for the environment. Yeah. No matter what reason you want to choose to get plant-based, whether it's for environment or for to compassion because you don't want to get animal get suffer, or maybe for healthy purpose, and or maybe because of the religion reason. I think the best is there's been proof that with adapting the plant-based food, actually we it's really good for us, and there's a improvement that we that I get this message from our past few years ago for the Saturday sharing platform, that we got this doctor from Singapore who attempting the 21 days challenges on plant-based food, and he's successful to lose his weight, and also I got this message as well from our sharing platform before, And this American guy, and then he, in a few months, he said he lost his weight and he gained, not only lose his weight, and then he gained more energy, and then he said he get more power, and then he like feel like it's very fresh, refreshed, like having a new life. And then
Hello.
I think for what I know from the Tzu that masters know that we human being very stubborn. It's not easy to want to get some changing for our habit that we used to. So I think this is the skillful uh technique that given by our master Chen Yan, that she, from the first time we have the winter distribution for the Tzu charity for those struggling family who need to get help from Tzu. And then before the new year come, and then we serve them some vegetarian food by giving them a vegetable hot pot, and for those family who gather and to receive the material, the new year gift presents, the Chinese New Year presents, and then in the meanwhile they can have a wonderful vegetable hot pot in life, for the New Year. And then from that day on, all these charities activities, whether it's distribution for the international relief or the Tzu, all kind of activities, and then we do serve this kind of vegetarian bento, the so-called lunchbox, yeah, for those people and also for ourselves. So I think this is a way, muscle, whenever we wearing the Tzu uniform, we know that we shouldn't take meat or we shouldn't buy any meat. This is like, this is the rules and regulation that we have to abide for. And even though for the medical mission for Tzu, and we have all the in our campus in hospitals that we do serve the vegetarian buffet, the what we so call is the we set the, how to say, is like the salad bar in the main kitchen in the dining hall, and then for people to eat. And because I think the education is a future hope, so that we don't want to say sorry to our next generation. So for the education mission, of course, we do serve the plant-based food, vegetarian food for all the campuses, whether it's a primary school or the college or intermediate school. And then not only we provide them food, but we also give them some teaching how to reduce the food waste. Even you already been eating the vegetarian and you think this is not enough to save the earth. If we are not having a good habit on eating, we waste a lot of food that also is useless to help the environment. So I think this is in Tainan, Su Ching schools, this primary school. They have a program called Zero Food Waste Program, and after every meals they're taken, and then they will measure how many food left and how many food they have waste for all the students. And then they will have a competition for all the classes, and who can win the first prize, or and who will be excellent in not wasting a kind of food. So I think because it's very obviously that we still are facing a lot of problem by starving, and this is the number, the data that we get it from the WHO, WTO, and then all those things is like there's so many people no food. So I think whether it's good for us or for our future, I think the new year for us to make a wish, I think is like we try to do something good, not only for our self benefit, but I think also for others. And here is a song, but I know that it's over the time now. So I just play for 1 minute. And then I will end my sharing. Yeah. I love this song as well. Yeah.
Someday, when we are wiser, when the world's older, when we have learned
Thank you. And I think it's time for me. It's over 7 minutes for my sharing. And anyway, thank you for your time and for your patience. And last but not least, as we know that Master said we all were future Buddha, but not only we chant for the Buddha's, chant the Buddha's name can make us closer to him. I think what important is that Master say that we have to take action, not by verbally. There's always saying action is louder than speak. So it's time for us to do action rather than we are, like just verbally say something promises. So here is the action for us to good for the future for the planet is like by eating. So it's of choice. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for your time, and I hope to see you maybe another week. Yeah, I'm going to see you again. Thank you, everyone. Yeah.
Thank you, 感恩 so much. 感恩 so much, 师父, for taking care of our wisdom life, showing us how we can practice the precept of non-killing to take it to a higher level, to protect and not harm animals or living beings in any forms. Through today's sharing, we're really very, very grateful. And we hope that brothers and sisters can take this to heart and be our aspiration for the year. So we have come to the end of our session. 感恩 to brothers and also Shifu for the heartfelt and also wisdom sharing. And thank you, brothers and sisters, for your presence today. Hoping that all of us can sustain this Dharma joy and take a piece of Master's wisdom into our life. So now we invite Shifu to lead us in making 3 bows to the Triple Gem and to Master Cheng Yen as we depart to apply these teachings in our daily lives. Shifu, let us pay our respect to life's universal truth, offering 3 sincere bows. First bow, second bow, and third bow. And a bow to Shifu De Huang, who could join us today. Okay, so 感恩 brothers
Thank
and
you,
sisters.
everyone. See you.
感恩
Bye-bye.
师父. Thank
Thank
you, brothers
you.
and
Bye
sisters.
bye.
Bye bye. Have a great weekend.
感恩师父，感恩 Sister Stephanie，感恩 all sharers 啊，and
感恩。
listeners。
好，感恩祝福大家。